So today's lesson is called the Exponent Law. Okay, so when we look here, we have the product, and we are going to do the expanded form. So if we look here, we have our base. They both have the base of 3, but then they have different exponents. So the first one is 3 squared, which means 3 times 3. And then we are multiplying it by 3 to the exponent 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to write this as a single power, we know that our base is 3. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repetitions. So it's 3 to the power of 6. So another way to look at this is over here we had exponent 2. And if we add on the exponent 4, oops, wrong one. 2 plus 4 gives us 6. Okay, next one. We have our base 4. The first one, there is 3 of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And then we are multiplying it by 4 to the 3. So we have 3 more of them. 1, 2, 3. So when we look at the single power, we know the base is 4, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. Okay, and if we were to look at it, if we added both exponents up, 3 plus 3, okay, gives you 6. Not coincidental. Okay, next one. We have 6 to the power of 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 times 6 to the 1. So we have a 6. Oops, wrong one. 6. So then if we were to add them all up, we know that we have a base of 6. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 6 to the exponent 5. And if we were to add the exponents that were up at the beginning, 4, and then since there's nothing there, let's assume that it's a 1. So it'd be 4 plus 1. And that gives us our 5. Next one, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that was 2 to the 4. And then we have to multiply by 2 to the 2. So 2 more. Oops, 2 more. 1, 2. And then we have to multiply it by 3 more. So times 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at a single power, our base is 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we were just to add the exponents, we have 4 plus 2 plus 3. 4 plus 2 plus 3. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 3 gives us our 9. Okay, last one here, k to the 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, and now we have to multiply it by k to the 5. So 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, our base is k, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So to the exponent 8. And if we were to add the exponents, 3 plus 5 gives us 8. Okay, so the product rule. When multiplying powers with the same base, we are going to add the exponents to write the product as a single power. Okay, so what that means is if we have am times an, it's going to be a to the m n. Okay, and we just add them together. Oh, sorry. I can't really see that. It's supposed to be m plus n, sorry. Okay, so we just add them together, m plus n. And we noticed that over here. So when we looked at it, when we had the same base, 3 squared, times 3 to the 4, well, if you just add 2 plus 4, we got 6. Okay, instead of expanding it all out. When we had 6 to the 4 and 6 to the 1, 4 plus 1 gives you 5 instead of adding them all up. Okay, so we're going to do some examples. It says write each product as a single power, then evaluate. Okay, so in this case, we're going to have, we have our base of 3 and our exponents. It's going to be 3 plus 2. And then base stays 3, and then 3 plus 2 gives us 5. And then in your calculators, you will get 243. The next one, we have the base as 1/2. And then remember, when there's no exponent above here, it's just a 1. And then adding the 4. So 1 plus 4 gives us 5. And then in your calculators, when you figure that all out, 1 to the exponent 5 is 1. And then 2 to the exponent 5 is 32. Okay, next page. So here we have 2 times 2 to the 4 times 2 to the 6. So our base is the same. It's base 2. And then we can add up our exponents. The first one is a 1. Oops, 1. And then we have a 4, so plus 4. And then we have a 2. So when we add that all up, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then in your calculator, when you put that into the exponent 7, you will get 128. And next one here, we have our base as -4, so keep that in brackets so we know that the -4 is getting multiplied as well. Okay, and then we have an exponent of 3, and then we have an exponent of 1 if there's nothing there. So it's going to be a base of -4, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. And when you put that into your calculators, -4 to the exponent 4 is 256. Okay, next. Oops. Sorry about that. So investigation 2, we have the quotient, 5 to the exponent 5, divided by 5 to the exponent 3. So this one is now dividing. So quotient is dividing. So the expanded form, we have 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, so there's 5 of them up there. And then divide it by 5 to the 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now when we look at the single power, we know that our base is 5. And then what we do is we can cancel out. This one cancels this one. This top one cancels with that bottom one. This top one cancels with that bottom one. And we are left with 2. So it's 5 to the 2. And just in brackets here, if we looked at this, our exponent, we had 5 on the top. And then divide it by is subtract. And then our other one was 3. So if you do 5 minus 3, what do you notice? Gives you 2. So the next one, 7 to the 4. So that means we have 4 sevens. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4. And then we divide it by 1 to 7. When there's nothing there, it's just a 1. Okay, and then we can cancel this one with this one, and we are left with 3 sevens. So, okay, sorry, my computer cut off. So let me just erase this and just explain this one more time. Okay, so we have our base 7, and then we are left with 1, 2, 3 sevens, so it's 7 cubed. And then when you put that in your calculator, it would be 7, and then we know that we had 4 minus 1, so it's 4 minus 1, and that gives us our 3. Okay, next one, 10 to the 6. Okay, so it's getting a little tough to write these just with my finger on here, so I will try my best. I'm just going to do 10 times 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they're all multiplying, but it's hard to write. divided by 10 to the 4, so we need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's all multiplied, and now we can cancel this top one with this bottom one, 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 and we are left with 10 squared because there was 2 of them. And if we were to do the math, oh, sorry, that was supposed to be a 10. Okay, we have 6 minus 4, so 6 minus 4, and that gives us our 2. Okay, next one, 2 to the exponent 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's all multiplied in between. Okay, oh man, I meant to do 2s 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have 2 2s. 1, 2. It's all multiplied in between. Okay, this top one cancels with this bottom one. This top one cancels with this bottom one, and we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 2 to the 5. And if we were to just subtract the exponents, 7 minus 2, and that gives us 5. The last one on here, p to the 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by p to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top one with the bottom one, 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 and we are left with 3 p's, which is p to the 3. And the short form way, single power, we can just subtract the exponents. 8, dividing means subtract, and the bottom one is 5, and 8 minus 5 gives us our 3. So the little rule that we have, when dividing powers with the same base, we subtract. Okay, you can write the full words, just it's hard for me to fit it in. Subtract the exponents to write the quotient as a single power. So that would be b is our base, and it would be m minus n. So some examples, write each quotient as a single power, then evaluate. So quotient, just a fancy way of saying divide. So we're going to write it as a single power first, then evaluate. So this is going to be our base 8, and then our exponent is 6 minus 5. So that is just 8 to the 1. And 8 to the exponent 1 is 8. That was an easy one. Okay, next one. We have 0.1 as our base. Okay, and then our exponents are 4, and then subtract 2. So 4 minus 2 gives us 2. So this is 0.1 squared. And when you put that in your calculator, you should get 0.01. Next one, our base is -9, so don't let it be confusing with multiple divisions. So it's going to be 7 minus 2 minus 1, which gives us 7 minus 2 is 5, 5 minus 1 is 4, and then when you put that in your calculator, you will get 6,561. Next one. Our base looks tricky, but it's just 3 divided by 4, so 3/4. And then we have our exponents. This is just another way to say divide, so it's still 3 minus 2. Okay, and then 3 minus 2 gives us a 1. Oh, my 4 to the 1, and anything to the 1 is just itself, so it's 3/4. 3 divided by 4. There's your answer. Next one. You know what? I'm going to run out of time, so I'm just going to stop the meeting now, and I will continue it in set 2.